Alright, so I got this idea. Okay, so this video is kind of like the most important video I think I can make about quitting because I really got it down. Okay, so on this channel, like, I quit Kratom. It's been probably a month. I quit drinking. It's been about 2 months, but I still, even though this channel is dedicated to these things, especially drinking, I still do it from time to time. Like, I did it in the wintertime. For maybe 20 times I drank, and then one time I got really drunk and messed up. But uh, I drank less than this year than I have since I was like 19 or 20. But so this is what's really important. And so I drank last night. My cousin came to visit me, and I don't quit. I make these videos for myself to explain, like, fixing things and how to quit and how to be better at quitting and how to and when I think of something I make a video about it. Well, my cousin came, and I was like, I know he drinks, I know he likes drinking, and he's like, let's go out, let's do something. And I'm kind of weak when it comes to, like, certain people I could probably say no to, but there's friends, and hopefully none of those times anything bad will happen, because, like, I get drunk and wreck my car or something. So I'm still aware and trying to be conscientious about how much I am drinking with people if I do decide to, and I did, and I was like, well, if I do, I'm just gonna really pay attention to how I feel drinking. So here's what happened. Um, I drank like one beer or two beers with him, one or two. Then I drank like three IPAs probably. Well, two IPAs, and then I drank a tall boy, and then I drank three beers by myself because I was feeling so good that I just wanted to keep drinking. And I was like, I had to go to work today, but I was like, I won't probably be that hungover. It's gonna be around 10 beers or something, and I haven't drank for a couple months. So, I was feeling great at the end, but in the beginning I wasn't. And so this is the biggest thing, is that I wasn't feeling that good when I first started drinking. Like, it didn't make me feel that great. And I think the really interesting thing about that is that it's like that with kratom. Have anybody ever stopped? Has anybody ever ate sugar and not felt great, or it took kratom and it didn't feel good initially? Or alcohol and it didn't feel good initially. But what I really, really feel like is it takes the addiction of it to feel good. So, so today, I all day I was feeling like I was kind of messing up through the day at work, and I was kind of hungover, and I just kind of kept noticing, like, weird things that I was doing, and how unstructured my day was, and how I wasn't thinking really thoughtful about my future like I am when I've been sober for the last 2 months. And so I was like, what's gonna help this? So I bought ice cream, and I'm trying not to eat sugar, and that does seem to kind of have fixed it. And if you think about, like, I was so hungry for sugar today from drinking last night. I was just so craving sugar at work, and I didn't eat any. I was kind of trying to save money, and I just think that sugar really can help quit addictions, because I don't know what it is or why you need that sugar. Like, alcohol might seem like sugar to your body, but so then it took me drinking a bunch of beer to feel good in the end to drink more beer, and then I was craving sugar, and I felt pretty depressed this morning, like pretty depressed, which sucked. And the most by far for months. Like, it's just the alcohol, depressant. And then it made me hungry for sugar, and then it and then and then I and then in the end, like, I went to a bar and I was like just craving beer. Like, I really wanted to drink beer, like, really, really wanted to drink beer. And so I can tell, it completely even though it wasn't all that fun, it's the addiction. It's like, so then the next day, like if I drink beer tonight and I drink beer tomorrow, my craving is gonna be more. And when you drink it, you're fixing that craving. So it's not like it's the funnest thing in the world. In when I was young, it seemed like it. For some reason, it was better. But now it's like more of just it's the addiction and fixing the addiction that makes it good. So really, you don't need it because you're just gonna have to always fix that addiction and have times where your mind isn't really focused on your lifestyle, but it's more focused on thinking about alcohol. So it's really crazy. I mean, this time I never really thought I could figure out alcohol. I was always like, I don't get it. Like, am I better with it? Am I doing things better the next day with it? Things seem, I feel, I to me things seem like I'm doing good with drinking, like better, and like I can think better, and I feel like words are connected to my brain, like can connect words better when I'm drinking. So anyway, I kind of went through this whole thing tonight of thinking about it, and I was like, but this isn't better because I don't have the same structure of train of thought of planning out tonight and food and this week and my money, and it just didn't all come together. So I'm like, alcohol is just gonna get in the way, it'll get in the way. Even, 4 beers a night, even 2 probably beers for me would probably get in the way a little bit. And so I thought that was really interesting. It was really interesting. So I'm not gonna drink anymore, and I'm just gonna go back to how I was, cause it's almost kind of like I feel like I learned what it does, how it affects me negatively, and so much more than anything positive that it does. And for me, I've known times where I've sat down with people and talked to them about a lot of stuff, and I've had good times, and it can do that. It can make times really good for a few hours or whatever, and talking to people really good. But it's just such a trap, because then when you're doing it, then you got to do it the next day, and then so anyway, I've been saving money without it. Everything's going good in life, so I gotta quit again. But it does definitely. Today I was really addicted. Like, I would really, really want it. Some people, like, when I woke up, I'm like, oh, I'm sick, but I'm not really like I'm sick from the alcohol. I'm feeling really horrible from the alcohol. I need to not drink again. I'm like, I feel really sick, but what would help me right now is alcohol. So it's like I feel like I feel like I have some kind of a real addiction to it, where it's like I know I gotta keep drinking. Like, it's I don't know. It's weird, and I know it's like glad that I I'm kind of glad that I drank to just see again what I feel like, because I've been really interested in it, and it really is. It's like really addictive to me, and so I think you know the trick to it is, like, I don't like eating sugar either. I like quitting sugar, because sugar reminds me of a drug. It's like fructose, like sweet sugar, like ice cream, like pop, like candy. Like, I just don't. When you quit, do it, get off of it. It's hard. It's a struggle. You get mad. You're hungry, and then you quit, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I don't have any of those symptoms now. I'm not hungry for sugar. I'm not hungry for that much of things. I'm not in a bad mood, and then you're not hungry for it. But then when you do it, and the more you do it, the more you're hungry for it. But I do notice, and then you just gain fat, because it's just insulin, makes your insulin high, and it starts going into your fat. So, but I do notice that, like, I think after I ate that ice cream, I think I feel better. I really think that, like, nobody can say that the biggest addiction you have to, like, cocaine, heroin, or anything can be solved by drinking a cup of coffee and eating some sugar. But I'm not trying to say that I have, during any of these videos I've ever made, the most addicted I've been to alcohol was maybe drinking 5 beers a night. maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6, but I've not even during these videos, maybe like a year ago. So I'm and I was most of the time drinking 2 or 3, but I'm saying that because I just want to explain that I'm not really like I wouldn't say like a big alcoholic. I'm not really into kratom. I'm not really addicted to anything that's really um changing affected my life so much that I can't do my life. So so I'm not trying to say that I know the trick to fixing anybody's huge addiction. You got to figure it out, I think, yourself, because when you do, then you learn how to help yourself. You know how you work. But I can say that I think eating a banana and drinking a cup of coffee can go kind of a long ways. I mean, because you're getting sugar, that's giving you a feeling. It's raising your insulin just like alcohol, I think. And then you're drinking coffee, which gives you a feeling, and it's might even kind of move your metabolism up a little bit. And so I think those are kind of a trick into, if it's a first resort, maybe go running, drink a cup of coffee, some sugar. It's the first resort to helping yourself not do the drug that's like just screwing up your life, and it's really affecting you. And I don't think we really notice how much it affects us. I think it's there subconsciously, just always giving us our mind ideas like, just take a drink, go to the bar, and it's just there. So I think, man, it's like my life in the last 2 months has gotten so much better, so much smarter for how my living style is and how I like to live, that it's I could tell today my mind was completely like gone with that. So it's a it's a tremendous change. Even me just drinking one day 10 beers with my cousin, and I can tell how much my mind in one day, things I messed up, and I could say I was a little bit hungover, but it's so anyway. I just kind of wanted to say this was a little bit of an experiment, and I could see, the drug that I'm staying away from. It's worth it. It's really, really worth it, and I'm really agreeing that it's worth it. I don't even. I like writing when I drink. I think it connects me more to like words, but I need to figure out a different kind of outlet for that. Maybe resveratrol. Maybe eating grapes or something like that. I wish there was some kind of alcohol that wasn't addictive, that just kind of gave you a feeling without the, controlling your mind. I feel like this alcohol really controlled my mind today. I was even like thinking thoughts that I didn't like. I didn't think like things about myself. I was thinking really negative thoughts about things and just crazy ideas. And I like those ones, but when you start getting down on yourself about stuff and you're like, am I a good person or am I not even a good person? Those thoughts, if they're crossing your mind, you can believe those things, and if you do, it's really hurting you, and it's really just thoughts because your body wants that alcohol again. I think it's you're having those thoughts because you have an addiction that you're not like fixing, and then you're having these thoughts, and then you're blaming it on yourself, and then you're like kind of lowering your who you are in a negative way when it's not really true. They're just ideas. So anyway, I guess I just kind of want to. I'm kind of figuring out this whole addiction thing, I think, and so keep quitting, everybody that it is and likes my videos and stuff, and I'm gonna keep quitting. I'm gonna quit again. I quit for 60 days, and now I'm gonna quit again. So okay, well, good luck in life, and keep quitting if you want to. All right, bye.